Ever wondered why sometimes when you distance yourself, she comes closer like a magnet? Why instead of chasing, the act of letting go seems to exert an unexplainable power over the female heart? You're about to enter a complex and fascinating territory of the psychology of attraction, where absence speaks louder than presence and freedom can be the strongest bond. In this video, we're going to unravel the 12 real reasons why a woman falls in love with that man who has the courage to let her go. Forget the magic formulas and the worn-out cliches. Here, we'll delve deeper into the nuances of the female mind, revealing how the perception of freedom, the breaking of expectations, and the valuing of individuality can reignite a dormant passion, or even create a desire where there was none before. Be ready to question everything you thought you knew about relationships and attraction. Before we continue, I need to tell you something. This video only reached you because someone liked it and subscribed to our channel. Now it's your turn to do the same. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so this chain of knowledge keeps growing and reaching more people. Also, comment down below which city you're watching from, because I want to know how far this video is traveling. Now, no more delays, let's get to the good stuff. First reason, absence becomes a blank canvas where she paints the best version of you. When a man distances himself, he removes the constant and familiar presence from the scene, creating a void that the woman's mind tends to fill with idealizations. Memory, often selective under the influence of longing, tends to highlight the positive qualities and minimize the points of friction. This absence allows her to project her desires and fantasies onto the man, creating an idealized image that doesn't always correspond to reality, but that intensifies the feeling of lack and a possible desire to relive that idealized version. That blank canvas of absence allows the female imagination to work, building a scenario where imperfections are softened and virtues are amplified. She might catch herself thinking about how it would be if things had been different, focusing on the unrealized potential and the characteristics that most attracted her. This idealization, although it may be a mental construct, generates a strong emotional impact, intensifying the longing and the desire to have the figure she herself painted during the separation nearby. If you're tired of watching her play games, ignore you, and do whatever she wants with your feelings, it's time to show who's in charge of the game. It's time to make her chase you and recognize your true value. In the first pinned comment, I've left a step-by-step guide on how to make her pursue you. Plus, you'll level up and become the best version of yourself. Click now. Second reason, whoever lets go shows they have options. This signals high social value. The attitude of a man who lets go communicates non-verbally that he is not desperate for attention or for a specific relationship. This demonstration that he values himself and recognizes his own social worth suggests that he has other options and does not cling to someone who does not fully reciprocate. This perception that he is not on the shelf, waiting to be chosen, can make him more interesting and desirable in the eyes of the woman. This signaling of high social value through the ability to let go can awaken in the woman a certain competition or the desire to conquer someone who doesn't seem to desperately need her. She might interpret this attitude as an indication that he is a sought-after man and that, to have him, she needs to demonstrate value and genuine interest. This dynamic can reverse the game of conquest, placing the man in a position of greater power of attraction. Third reason, she may be used to having control, and this attitude changes the game. In many relationship dynamics, especially in the initial phase of conquest, women can, consciously or unconsciously, assume a role of greater control. They dictate the rhythm of the interactions, decide when and how to advance. When a man lets go, he subverts this established dynamic. This unexpected change can destabilize the woman, causing her to lose the feeling of control that she might have been used to having in the relationship. This alteration in power within the relationship can generate a certain level of bewilderment and curiosity in the woman. She might feel intrigued by the fact that he is not following the script she expected and start to question her own actions and why she is no longer in control of the situation. This change in dynamics can awaken a new interest and even a need to understand and regain control, rekindling the flame of attraction. Fourth reason, rejection hurts pride and generates the need to recover validation. When a man distances himself, even passively by letting go, the woman may unconsciously interpret this attitude as a form of rejection, even if she was responsible for the initial distancing or showed hesitation. Feeling that the man is not fighting to keep her around can hurt her pride and self-esteem. This wound to the ego can generate a strong desire to recover the lost validation, to prove to herself and to him that she is desirable and important. This need to recover lost validation can drive the woman to reconsider her feelings and actions towards the man who rejected her by letting her go. She might feel the need to prove that he made a mistake by walking away, and to do so seek a rapprochement. This desire to restore her own ego and to reaffirm her value can be a powerful motivator for her to return to seeking the attention and affection of the man who didn't cling to her. Fifth reason, she wants to be the exception who tamed the untamable. There is in some women an unconscious desire to be the one who manages to tame or conquer a man who seems independent, self-sufficient, and doesn't attach easily. A man who demonstrates the ability to let go can be perceived as someone more difficult to conquer, someone who doesn't easily bend to female desires. The idea of being the exception, the one who managed to lasso the heart of this untamable man, can be extremely attractive. This desire to be the exception who tamed the untamable can awaken in the woman a strong sense of challenge and personal achievement. The prospect of conquering a man who seems not to need her desperately can inflate her ego and generate a feeling of victory upon reaching that goal. This dynamic can fuel an intense desire for attention and affection from the man who proved capable of letting her go, transforming the conquest into a personal goal charged with meaning. Sixth reason, whoever loosens the rope shows emotional control, an attribute associated with leadership. A man's ability to loosen the rope, to not appear desperate or clingy to a specific outcome in a relationship, demonstrates strong emotional control. This emotional maturity is an attribute frequently associated with leadership and stability, qualities that many women find attractive in a partner. A man who does not let himself be carried away by emotions impulsively and who manages to maintain composure in the face of the possibility of loss conveys security and confidence. This perception of emotional control can awaken in the woman a feeling that the man is strong and capable of handling life's situations in a balanced way. She might feel safer and more confident alongside someone who demonstrates this emotional maturity, seeing him as a potential stable and reliable partner. This association between emotional control and leadership can be a key factor in arousing interest and attraction, making the woman see the man who let her go in a more positive and desirable light. Seventh reason, she reviews her own worth when the other doesn't appear needy. When a man doesn't appear excessively needy or dependent on a woman's attention and affection, this can lead her to question her own worth within the relationship. If she is used to being constantly sought after and validated, the absence of this need on the part of the man can generate a reflection on what she really offers and how valuable she is to him. This review of her own worth, driven by the other's lack of neediness, can be a trigger for a new interest. This dynamic can lead the woman to realize that the man's attention and affection are not guaranteed, and that she needs to earn them through her own qualities and attitudes. His lack of neediness puts her in a position where she needs to strive harder to stand out and demonstrate her value, thus rekindling the desire to be seen and appreciated by him. This reversal of the dynamic where she feels the need to prove her worth can intensify attraction. Eighth reason, even if it's a decision to distance herself, respecting it demonstrates maturity. When a woman makes the decision to distance herself or shows hesitation regarding the relationship, a man's attitude of respecting that decision without insisting or begging is a strong sign of emotional maturity. This demonstration that he values her autonomy and feelings, even if it means a possible end to the relationship, can generate a positive impact on her perception of him. This maturity can be seen as an attractive and admirable quality. This demonstration of respect for her decision can, paradoxically, lead her to reconsider her distance. By feeling that she is not being pressured or manipulated, she might feel freer to explore her own feelings and the possibility of having made a mistake by distancing herself. This maturity on the part of the man creates a safe space for her to reevaluate the situation without feeling guilt or obligation, which can end up reigniting interest and the desire for a reconciliation on her own terms. Ninth reason, the separation can lead her to reevaluate what she feels for him. The physical and emotional distance provided by a man's departure can serve as a catalyst for a woman to reevaluate her own feelings towards him. In the absence of constant presence and shared routine, she may have the opportunity to analyze her thoughts and emotions more clearly without the influence of everyday life. This period of reflection can help her identify if the feelings she harbored were genuine and their intensity, leading her to realize the importance of the man in her life. During this separation, the woman might start to miss the dynamic they shared, the good times, the conversations, and even the man's little quirks. This longing can be a powerful indication that the feelings she has for him are stronger than she initially imagined. This honest reevaluation of her own feelings, driven by distance, can be a determining factor for her to fall in love or rekindle a love that might have been dormant. 10th reason, letting go suggests that he is not attached to a single person. The attitude of a man who manages to let go communicates a subtle but powerful message. He is not desperate or obsessed with a single person. This demonstration that he possesses a broader view on relationships and does not cling to a single possibility can be interpreted as a sign of self-confidence and that he knows his worth in the dating market. This perception that he is not tied to her can make him more interesting and desirable. This suggestion that he is not attached to a single person can awaken in the woman a certain sense of competition and the desire to be the one who conquers the attention and affection of this emotionally unavailable man. She might feel intrigued by the idea that he doesn't consider her his only option and, with that, feel more motivated to invest in the relationship, to stand out and become special in his eyes. This dynamic can intensify interest and attraction, transforming the conquest into a stimulating challenge. 11th reason, letting go, shows self-esteem and self-respect. A man's ability to walk away and let go instead of begging or insisting on a relationship where there is no reciprocity is a clear demonstration of self-esteem and self-respect. This attitude indicates that he recognizes his worth and is not willing to settle for less than he deserves. This self-valuation is an extremely attractive quality for many women, as it suggests that the man knows himself, respects himself, and does not desperately seek external validation. This demonstration of self-esteem and self-respect can awaken in the woman an even greater admiration and respect for the man. She realizes that he values himself and is not willing to humiliate himself or diminish himself to keep someone nearby. This stance of self-confidence and integrity can be a crucial factor in reigniting interest and even generating deeper feelings, as it suggests that he is a man of strong character who knows what he wants, qualities that are highly desirable in a partner. 12th reason, for her, reconquering becomes a personal goal and releases dopamine. For some women, especially those with a more competitive profile or who appreciate challenges, the prospect of reconquering a man who distanced himself and let go can turn into a personal goal. The idea of rekindling the interest and affection of this man, who showed that he didn't desperately need her, can activate a reward circuit in the brain, releasing dopamine and generating a feeling of pleasure and motivation upon achieving this goal. This quest for reconquest then becomes a stimulating challenge that drives her to invest more in the relationship, rethink her attitudes, and strive to become the woman she believes can reignite the man's passion and desire. This dynamic, where the woman herself takes responsibility for winning the affection of the man who let her go, can intensify her interest and even lead her to fall in love with the process of seeking and the feeling of victory upon reaching her personal goal. If this video made a difference for you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Every video we create here is thought out with great care, always with the aim of helping you develop and achieve your best version. We want to share practical and direct tips that really impact your life positively. So don't waste time and comment below with the word gratitude and the phrase, "in search of my best version." With that, the algorithm will take this video to even more men who are looking for growth. Your engagement in the comments is essential for our content to reach those who need these tips the most. Furthermore, your support with a like and a subscription to the channel strengthens our work and gives us motivation to continue creating valuable content for your journey. The more you interact, the more men will also have access to this type of information, which only helps our mission to transform lives. So thank you for being with us on this journey. Stay tuned for the next videos, because we are always bringing news to help you evolve. Big hug and see you in the next video.